here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes. Today is the extended short show of What's on Your Mind. I do have open conversation in hour 2. That's from 3:15 to 4. In the meantime, I do have guests from the local Fayette County 4-H program, and we'll get to everybody in just a second. While I remind you that What's on Your Mind brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripes, Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, Full Lawn Care and Cleaning Services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Boz Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All right, from the Fayette County 4-H program, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, on your screen, from left to right, we have Harper Diamond, Eli Wolf, Lexi Etling, and the program coordinator, who you can't see because, well, we just don't have enough room for all of that, Jenna Tinke. So, everybody, welcome. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Pretty good.
Good. So, what brings you in today? I got a feeling it has something to do with the upcoming Fayette County Fair. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
In a week.
Okay, in a week. That's right. Starts, I guess, a week from today, doesn't it?
Does?
Yeah.
Yes.
All righty. So, will all of you be in attendance at the fair this year?
Yes.
Every day.
Every day. So the full
Every
10
day.
days of the fair. Huh?
Mhm.
Eli, you sounded like that was you were kind of dreading that.
Not really, but I mean, it's every day for 10 days, so got to get ready.
Okay. All right. Not the whole time though,
Yeah.
right? Not the full 10 hours.
Just like 23 hours a day.
Oh, just 23. Okay, you're good then.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Jenna,
Yes.
you're fairly new in this position as the coordinator for Fayette County?
New in this position. I've been with the program about 2 years.
Okay. All righty. So what can we expect at your booth this year? You're more than a booth. You're in a whole building.
A building, yep.
Yeah.
So at the 4-H Youth Building, we have the silent auction, which goes from Thursday to Sunday at the fair.
Okay.
And then we have things that we've had every year, the communication contest, the favorite food review.
Mm-hmm.
We have some new contests this year for 4-H kids. There's a 250 cupcake decorating contest and a 250 floral design contest.
Okay.
And different club demonstrations. And then, of course, in our building is the 4-H food booth. So stop by for some milkshakes.
Okay.
Lot
So
of good food.
what is the communication contest?
So 4-H kids can register, and they give different speeches. So it's public speaking.
Okay.
But everybody can come and watch.
All right. And is it a topic of their choice?
Some are, and some are given to them.
Ah,
It depends. Yeah,
okay.
there's different categories.
All right. So it's almost kind of like a debate where you're given a side to argue, and whether you like it or not, you have to talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because well, that happens in life too, doesn't it?
it does.
So, and 4-H is that one of the purposes of 4-H to help our young folks get prepared for what's to come?
I think that's kind of the whole purpose of 4-H is to get youth ready. It teaches them responsibility. It teaches them to go outside their comfort zone, to make new friends, to try things. It has a little bit of everything. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
All right. Is there going to be a new Mama Sow there this year?
I am not sure, but we do
Okay.
have chicks this year.
Oh,
so
okay.
Chicks will be hatching.
Okay. All righty. So fun time there.
Yes.
So yeah, it's always neat to go into the 4-H program, the building there to see what's going on with all of the kids. So I'm going to ask Jenny. You have to stay out of this question here. Okay. For Harper and Eli and Lexi, what do the 4-H's stand for? And no fair looking at Eli's T-shirt.
Who wants to go? I can do it.
Okay, go ahead, Eli.
I need to go through the pledge to think about this.
Okay.
Head for clear thinking, heart for greater loyalty, hands for larger service, health for better living. So head, hand, heart, health. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think about that for a second.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
And can you give us an idea of what does that pledge? I mean, what's the purpose of that pledge? What is it you're trying to get across? I guess is it kind of like the mission statement, sort of almost of 4-H?
Basically, it is the mission statement. We say it at the beginning of every meeting,
Uh-huh.
basically to reaffirm that we're trying to work to improve ourselves. And at the end of the pledge, it says for my community, country, and world, because we're trying not just improve like the kids, but also the environment around them.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just to better the world in a sense.
Okay, cool, nice. What is your club that you belong to, Harper? What do you do within 4-H?
I do swine, beef, and horses.
Okay, and what do you do in those clubs?
I show my pigs and steers, and I ride my horses.
Okay, all right, and as part of that, does that do you learn how the proper care and, well, for lack of a better word, maintenance of the animals too? What to look out for if they're getting sick and how to care for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What have you found to be the most fun part of being with your animals? What have you learned the most about?
I think it's just really fun because we get to show with our friends, and we get to meet new people,
Uh-huh.
and we get to make more friends.
Okay. All right. I can't argue with that at all. Eli, I'm asking you the same question. What clubs, what part are you involved with in 4-H?
So I show livestock of all 4 species, and I'm in the new 4-H Press Club and Teen County Council.
Okay. And what do you do in the press club and the council, teen council?
Well, Press Club is kind of like a new club. We're trying to work things out this year. It's
Mhm.
basically supposed to be a group where we can make short form content, trying to like kind of get the news out about 4-H and stuff.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
try to upload some videos during fair to
Uh-huh.
kickstart it. But Teen County Council is kind of just a group to try to again better the community
Uh-huh.
in a more proactive way. So we mostly do sponsor work, like volunteer work.
Yeah.
Basically, we do different projects throughout the year.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. And Harper, I can't see you because you're blocked by a screen here, but I'll pretend that I see you.
So I show dairy goats and horses and
Okay.
mini donkey.
All right.
So,
Okay. Are you involved in anything else?
4-H wise, no.
No. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And did I understand are you going to be a senior?
I graduated this year.
So this is your last year?
Unfortunately.
Oh,
yeah.
kind of bittersweet for you, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what's your plans for the future? And how has, based on previous questions here, how has 4-H helped to prepare you for that future?
Well, it helps me to like understand all my animals and how to care for them even after I'm graduated and out of 4-H.
Uh-huh.
And I'm planning on doing my own products,
Uh-huh.
make my own business.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Are all of you or any of you in a farming family now?
Yes.
All three of you, huh? Okay. And Jenna, to be part of 4-H, you don't have to be part of the farming community, do you?
You do not. So, like these guys, a lot of them are generational.
Uh-huh.
But no, some kids are completely new to 4-H. Some of them are first time that they've ever owned a farm animal. But
Mhm.
like Eli, he's in Teen County Council and Press Club, and then there's Stitch and Stir. So there's different clubs other than livestock clubs.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, if you don't have a particular club, if some young person comes up to you and says, "Hey, I'm interested in this. Can we start this club going?" You're all in and say, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, we can absolutely try. We just need a few kids and a few volunteers, and we can make it happen.
What with that scenario, what club has came about with that philosophy that, just a few years ago you didn't have, but it's kind of taken off?
Well, like Eli said, the Press Club is
Mhm.
new, and
Okay.
then we have a floral design club this year. So last year at the fair, Joey Neubauer came and he had different flowers and arrangements for kids to try, and it was really popular. So we started that club this year.
Okay. All righty. So it's kind of like learning flower arrangements. What flowers go with others, and I guess.
Different design and symmetry, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's
Nice.
a fun club.
All right. All righty. Where is it? Do you meet weekly, monthly, on these clubs, and apart from the clubs, is there just a general meeting where members from all the clubs get together?
So it depends on the club. Most are once a month. Some are a few times a month. It just depends. The time that I guess all the 4-Hers get together at the fair, there is 4-H Olympics where they have a lot of fun and then just talking at the fair. And then we have a banquet at the end of the year where all 4-Hers come.
Okay. All righty. Now, where is 4-H located now? Where your headquarters in Fayette County?
We're still at 34 West Peter Street.
Okay. So by the in the same building as the old post office.
Yep, the federal building. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is there what's the best way for somebody that's interested, wants more information about 4-H? What's the best way to get hold of you?
Well, if you're at the fair, you can definitely stop by the youth building and ask questions. If not, we do have a Facebook page. Just if you Google Fayette County PA 4-H, it'll come up.
Okay.
And then the extension.psu.edu. You
Okay.
can find our site.
All right. Great. What's the not that it's a secret, but what aspect of 4-H would you like people to know about that not necessarily, is you think of?
Do you want me to answer or the kids to answer?
We could do it with all, sure.
You guys want me to go first?
Okay.
There really is something for everybody,
Mhm.
whether you're into photography or animals, sewing, there is something for everybody.
Okay.
And it's a group of great kids. It's really great people, and there's great volunteers. So
Mhm.
it's a really welcoming environment.
I assume meetings are at various locations for the different clubs?
Yep, all over Fayette County.
Okay. All righty. Hey, kids, I got to take a quick little break. You going to stick around for a while still?
Sure.
I'm sure we're going to come up with some more questions and conversation concerning 4-H and your time in it and everything. And I'm looking forward to finding out some more here. I'm Russ Rhodes. It is What's on Your Mind. We're here with the program coordinator, Jenna Tinkey of the Fayette County 4-H Club, along with Harper Diamond, Lexi Etling, and Eli Wolf, and more about 4-H after this.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Call Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Ford Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority. Is it time for your first home? Or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required.
Everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We've been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
For over 50 years, Mauser's Tire Center has kept our community rolling safely. Located on Route 40 West at Seawright's Crossroads, they're your trusted source for new, used, and recap tires, plus expert repairs. Need a new set or a quick fix? Then call Mauser's at 724-249-2410, and they'll get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center. 5 decades of keeping you safe.
It's gorgeous outside, which means it's time to get to Bittersweet Cafe of Farmington. From their incredible daily lunch specials featuring farm-to-table fresh ingredients to their refreshing drinks, frozen treats, smoothies, and iced tea, Bittersweet Cafe has something for everyone. Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington, Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host from the Fayette County 4-H, left to right on your viewing screen. If you're on Facebook watching us, we have Harper Diamond, Eli Wolf, and Lexi Etling, and the program coordinator off screen. She's going to wave. You'll see her hand there. Jenna Tinkey. So, kids, you all have projects that you do.
Yeah.
And is that the projects? Is it something that takes all year and to put together, and then you present it at the fair? Is that what takes place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So Harper, what's your project this year?
I have
Get a little closer to our mic there, please.
I have a pig, a steer, and horses.
Okay. So what is your what's that project entail? What do you have to do within that project?
You have to walk, bath, feed and water them every day for almost a year.
Okay. All righty. And do you have to keep a like a diary on what you've done that day as part of the project?
You can.
Uh-huh.
You
It
don't
sounds
have
like you
to.
didn't. Okay. All right. Eli.
So I have lamb, goat, steer, pig,
Uh-huh.
so basically all market species,
Okay.
and I'm showing breeding sheep in the breeding show, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, some females. Yeah, like Harper said, it's a year-round process. You basically have to like raise an animal from childhood, and y- basically, yeah, that's what we
Okay.
do
Okay.
essentially. It entails different things for every animal, as you can imagine. Different levels of difficulty. Some people may say. Some people say like lambs are harder or whatever. But I think lambs are the hardest.
Mhm.
But you think that would be the steer because it's the biggest. But
Lambs just I think of them as being the unruly child.
you basically summarize them. Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay, alrighty. And do you and I'll come back to you here for a second, Harper. You mentioned several animals that you've taken care of. Are you showing all of them?
Yes.
Okay, but Eli, you're only showing sheep.
No, I'm showing all 4 species,
you're
but
okay.
in addition, those are market animals, but in addition, I'm showing some breeding animals. So market and breeding are 2 different things. So for
Okay.
market, you determine like the quality of the animal's physical characteristics, like the meat they could
Okay.
put on the table.
Yeah.
While breeding is what kind of offspring could they produce? Like
Okay.
how good are the genes?
Gotcha.
Essentially.
Okay, alrighty. And Lexi, what's been your project on this past year?
So I do dairy goats and
Uh-huh.
equine.
Okay.
So I start with breeding at the end of the year last year, and then they're born, the dairy goats.
Okay.
And then I'll milk from whenever they're born until after the fair is over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you milking the mother?
Yes, I'm
okay.
milking their mothers. Yes.
Okay. All
In a
right.
sense, it's basically like Eli said with how they're chosen, essentially, like genetic wise.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. And what is it you're showing in this fair this year?
So I have 4 dairy goats, 2 horses, and a miniature donkey this year.
Wow. Well, you're going to be busy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. No wonder you're going to be there the entire fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. When are the competitions, the showing competitions for all these different animals?
Okay. So for equine, we would do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm pretty sure Tuesday as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dairy goat show is on
and
Wednesday.
during that time, are they narrowing down to get to what, I don't know, best in show?
For the horses, not necessarily. I mean, yes, but no.
Okay.
In a sense. And then like the other lives.
Yeah. So for livestock across all 4 species, the way that it is that you have a class, the judge will look at the class, he'll determine like his top whatever, then he'll take those top 2.
When you say class, so when it comes to horses, like a working class as opposed to
well, class is just like for market animals, it's usually like weight wise. So you take all the animals and then divide them up into like 10 classes, you could say, like, and they're all like around the same weight, so you can like say they're kind of like even like stage of life or whatever development.
Okay.
And then those top animals from the class, they get to go to the division, which is narrowed down. Winners of classes come together. Then all the division champions come together for the final grand drive.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. So, when is, excuse me, when is the big final auction that takes place? Is that closing night at the fair?
I believe it's Friday this year instead of Saturday. No.
It's
Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Yep. The auction is Friday at 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that just cows or is that all?
It would be all 4 market species.
Okay, all 4 market. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So how now is Harper? Is this your first time showing?
No, it's my 3rd year.
Your 3rd year. Okay. And how have your animals fared in the past?
Pretty good.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
Eli?
well.
I'll have to think actually. So like 7 years, you could say,
Okay.
around that time. I
Uh-huh.
can't really think of a specific number, but like since I was 12, I
Okay.
want to say
All right.
around there.
And are you going into your senior year?
No, I still have a couple years left.
Oh, okay.
3 years to be
Three-
exact.
okay.
I'm coming by too fast.
Okay. All right. And Harper, I'm guessing you're just kind of starting this whole process. You're
Yeah.
earlier in your 4-H career still, with a lot more years to go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lexi, how has your animals fared in the past?
Pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah. My dairy goats have done very well in the past couple years. I
Okay.
just started showing them 4 years ago, but I've been in 4-H for 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Is it going to be sad when this is all said and done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a big part of my life for
Uh-huh.
a very long time.
Okay. All right. I know you've got plans for the future, but are you going to stick around on the farm?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So you'll get to continue doing this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So, all right, Jenna, I want to come back to you here. At the beginning of the show, you mentioned the silent auction.
Yes.
So-
So, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. What is on the auction block this year? What are some of the items up?
We'll have about 50 baskets.
Okay.
And there's everything from gift cards to camping packages, lottery tickets. There's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Every club donates a basket, and then the generosity of the community, they also donate. So
Okay.
there's something for everybody.
Okay. And what do the proceeds help?
They go right back into 4-H youth programming, so scholarships, different grants we can give clubs, different opportunities for the youth,
Mhm.
camps. So, but it all goes back to the youth.
Okay. So I would, when you say it goes back to them and it helps learning, does that include, like, say, field trips?
Yeah,
To-
clubs can.
okay.
Yeah, we can do field trips, guest speakers. There's so many things. Like, it's a different camps that we can offer.
Uh-huh.
Scholarships for livestock kids and kids that aren't in livestock. We have scholarships for them too, for either trade school or colleges.
Okay. I heard the word camp and not associated with a camping site package that's in the auction.
Correct.
So, summertime, kids go off to camp a lot of time, and you'll hear about math camp or science. So what kind of camps are you talking about associated with 4-H?
We usually offer a clover butt camp, kind of like explore 4-H camp. Kids can come. It's usually 2 days. And
Uh-huh.
kids that maybe don't know anything about 4-H or that are in 4-H already, they can do different things like paint or we've had bunnies there in the past, so a little bit of everything.
Uh-huh.
And then there are some regional camps. Again, the Mennonite camp in Mount Pleasant. The name just escaped my mind. Does anybody know? It's at the Laurelville. There's a camp there every year.
Mhm.
It's for 4-Hers. We offer scholarships to go to that if they would like to go to that.
Okay. All righty. Some of the other things that are taking place this year. What is the Supreme Showman contest that you have planned?
So that is going to be Thursday at 6 p.m. this year.
Is that the first Thursday or the second
the
one?
second
Second.
Thursday.
Okay.
So kids throughout Fair Week, they compete in showmanship, and that's more based on their performance, how well they can work the animal and show their animal to the judge.
Uh-huh.
And then kids that place high in each of the species, they all compete against each other, and they have to show every type of species.
Okay. So the Supreme Showman contest, is that done at the same time that the kids are showing their animals?
Nope. So all those contests will be over.
Okay.
Because again, it's the top kids
Okay.
in showmanship from each of those species.
Okay. So they bring their animals back on stage, so to speak.
Yep, and they all take turns showing every different animal. So
Okay.
they have to show every species. They have to show horses. So it's a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. And I heard this one also taking place, the Old Timers Showmanship.
Yes. So first time at the Fayette Fair in I think ever. I don't think they've had it before. So anyone 21 and over, whether they're 4-H alumni or not, they can get nominated, and they have to show against each other, kind of like Supreme Showman. They have to exhibit
Okay.
every type of animal. So it should be a lot of fun to come out.
So
and
no
watch.
experience necessary.
Correct.
Wow. That's got to be a challenge for somebody that's has no experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they get any kind of a 5-minute training prior to?
I am sure they will help each other out, give each other some tips.
Okay.
Even when kids do Supreme Showman, if they've never showed a lamb before, it's great to see kids help each other out throughout Fair Week and say, teach me some skills.
Okay.
So yeah, they'll definitely help each other out, I'm sure.
All right. Okay. So what's the, other than being there every day of the fair, what's the hardest part for you being at the fair? Or what's the let's say not just the fair, but in this whole process of raising your animal and or animals from just a newborn to where they are now, what's the hardest part of all of that?
Well, I think maybe the hardest part, well, you can think of a bunch of different things, but I'd say, again, time. Like, again, we are out here day and night throughout the year, and especially with, like, livestock kids, you have to look after an animal for a whole year until they're old enough for fair. But I think it's worth it in the end, though, because, again, I think that time is what makes it special, again, because you have a lot of time to bond with your animal, to grow with them, essentially. And I think that that's just something that makes it special, kind of. And that's why it's kind of sad to see the year go by, again, because all of your work, essentially, is over, and so much time you spent into it.
I would imagine a lot of time planning goes into raising an animal.
Yeah, definitely. Hours, days. Our parents mostly run that, so
Okay.
I'm glad.
Okay, especially when it's you're in school too.
Yeah.
So so on school days, do you have to find yourself getting up earlier to do some barn chores, so to speak, before you head off to school?
Depends. Sometimes my dad will feed in the mornings himself, and other times he'll wake me up and say, "Hey, get up, time to go work."
You've been slacking off for too long here, Eli. It's time to get to work, right?
You sound just like him.
I think that is a something that develops in all dads.
Yeah.
At some point in time, so I'm sure you'll develop that same feature, and you'll say to yourself, "Oh, dang, I just sounded like my dad there."
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna and hopefully that will then turn into a sense of pride for you as well, that you've discovered you sound like your dad.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, I could.
That's one way to spin it.
Okay. What is it? I guess this is going more towards Harper, since you're the youngest one here right now, Harper. What are you, as you continue to grow and be involved with 4-H, do you have a goal as to how you would like to see yourself grow up? I know that was a hard one, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That's okay. You're young enough. You'll have time to figure it out, right? Right now you're just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And that's a perfectly fine answer as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely. Eli, you've got a couple more years. How about you? Is there a goal you're still hoping to achieve within 4-H?
Well, I mean, of course, there's always like the next show. There's always the next class, seeing how well you do. It's always a gamble, I'd say. So it's just fun to go out there, try again, think about last year and how you can improve. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Does now your dad and mom have a farm? How many? What's your farm like?
So, like I said, we show breeding sheep. Most of the farm is breeding sheep. We have
Okay.
around 20,
Uh-huh.
I'd say.
Okay.
Mostly ewes, aka female sheep,
Yeah.
and one ram. So we breed them around this time in August, July, around there.
Mm-hmm.
So then by January, they have babies. And once they mature to a certain point, we can show the best ones at the fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then if those ones do good, we take them back and do it all over again with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Does your Lexi, I'll ask you this as well too. I assume Lexi, you live on a farm as well, right?
Yes, I do.
So do your parents come to you and ask your advice from what you've learned in 4-H?
I'd say so, yeah. I man the farm basically by myself for the most part,
Uh-huh.
taking care of the animals.
Okay. All right. Eli, does your dad talk with you about farm business and what needs to be done and everything?
He just tells me what to do and I do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I do not run the farm. It's a
No.
family business,
Yeah.
you could basically say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we all rely on each other,
Okay.
essentially.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, it
Okay.
depends on every single group or whatever. I'm sure Harper, I'm sure you're not the only one around.
Okay. Alrighty. One thing we probably need to do is just remind everybody the dates of the Fayette County Fair. And I think it's July 30th is opening day to August 8th.
Yes.
There you go. Okay. And of course, there are plenty of opportunities to buy tickets in advance to attend the county fair.
Yeah.
And you can always go online to find out where those places are that you can buy.
Yes.
So, and a lot of free days too. If you're looking to go to the Fayette County Fair, I always have a great time myself. I love going. I love going through the 4-H building just to see what's going on. And I love going through the livestock area because in my listening audience has heard me say this many times. I like seeing the pride on the faces of not just you kids, but our farmers in particular. The pride that they take in their jobs. And it's their chance to show off. So many things, in so many other jobs you get to show off on what you do. Whether you're building something, you get to show off the finished product. Or if you have a store, you get to show off all the goods you have displayed. A farm, you don't get that so often. People kind of drive by and it's part of the scenery.
Mm-hmm.
But this is their chance to show off, and I like seeing that. I really do. And I applaud you kids for getting involved in this and helping our farm community get the recognition they deserve.
Thank you.
So, hey, I got to take my last break of the hour, but when we come back, we'll kind of do a quick recap of everything, and if there's anything we missed, we'll try and touch on that as well. I'm Russ Rhodes. This is What's on Your Mind. We are with Harper Diamond, Eli Wolf, Lexi Etling, and Jenna Tinky from the Fayette County 4-H, and more about that after this.
It's never too late for good dental health. If you've been putting off seeing a dentist, Dr. Renee Stevens can help. She's accepting new patients at the Connellsville Medical and Dental Office. Dr. Stevens encourages patients to schedule a visit and start on the road to better dental health. Call 724-632-6801. That's 724-632-6801. We accept most insurances, and we provide care regardless of your ability to pay.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George, Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks? When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AO Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more. Because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Looking for the perfect day on the course, or just a great meal with an incredible view? Then head to the South Union Township Municipal Golf Course on Bailey Lane in Uniontown. Open to the public, they feature a beautifully maintained course, a relaxing atmosphere, and the 1908 restaurant and bar. It's the perfect place to unwind with fast, friendly service, fresh ingredients, and refreshing drinks. The 1908 restaurant and bar is now open for lunch starting at 11 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday, serving up delicious favorites everyone will love. So, whether you're playing 18 holes, meeting up with friends for dinner, or simply taking in the scenery, they have something for everyone. Follow them on Facebook for updates and special events. The South Union Township Municipal Golf Course on Bailey Lane in Uniontown. Great golf, great food, great views. All in one place. Having Hicks & Baw's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baw's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 and Saturday until 3.
Tired of running out of hot water? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is your local source for reliable tank and tankless gas water heaters. Whether you're replacing an old unit or upgrading to an energy-efficient tankless system, we have options to fit your home and budget. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help you get dependable hot water when you need it most. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com. Koval Building Supply. Everything you need to keep your home running comfortably.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. Russ Rhodes here, your host. We have Harper Diamond, Eli Wolf, Lexi Etling, and Jenna Tinke from the Fayette County 4-H program. At the Fayette County Fair, they have a new small species building. And Harper, I understand you were a big part of bringing that together last year.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Get a little closer to that mic and tell us.
I wanted to help raise the money, and after I sold the pig, everyone started chipping in, and it came out to $27,000.
Wow. So when you said after you sold the pig, does that mean, did you donate the proceeds from your sale, and that kind of started the whole thing off?
Yes.
Wow, that is impressive. So what is considered a small species?
So there's from the pigs to sheep and goats.
Okay. Are rabbits in there? They considered small? Or do they have their own building?
They have their own building.
Okay.
They're like under the poultry. Rabbits and poultry, they like share a barn.
Oh, okay. All righty. Jenna, you mentioned the QR project.
Yes.
What is that now?
So 4-H kids had the opportunity to make just kind of a short video talking about their project.
Okay.
And there'll be signs around the fair with QR codes. You can scan those with your phone, and a kid will kind of walk you through their project in a very short video.
So is it different QR codes?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's not like you click on one and you see them all. You have to click on each one you see around the fair in order to get that individual story.
Yes, correct.
super. That's neat.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Yeah, it is. It is. Excuse me. And then, of course, we only touched on this briefly, but all of this comes to fruition for the big auction night,
Yes.
which typically has been on Saturday closing night, right? But it's on Friday this year?
It's Friday night, yeah. Friday at
okay.
6, yes.
Yes. So how does that all work? What's the process? When does that all...
So kids, it's for their market animals. So
Okay.
it's not for breeding goats and it's not for dairy goats,
Okay.
anything like that. So kids with their market projects, they go and they stand up in front of everybody and they bid on the kids project.
Okay.
And that's part of 4-H financial responsibility. So kids are supposed to keep track of if they paid for the animal or if it was born in home, what they spend on feed, vaccine records, vet bills. And the goal is obviously to break even at best, but
Yeah.
hopefully make a little bit more so they have money to put into their 4-H project for the following year.
Okay. Okay. What's the order that it goes on that? Does it start with like the sheep and
It
move
is
up?
goats this year. Yes,
Goats. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And cattle's always the last, then, isn't it? No.
Do you know the order? Sorry. Steers are in the middle.
Ah,
Sorry,
okay.
I don't
All right,
have it in
that's
front of me.
Hey, gang, we're out of time. I had a blast, and I want to thank you so much for coming in. Fayette County Fair, July 30th through August 8th. Head on out there. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
Commander-in-Chief, I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
We're doing very well against the Islamic Republic of Iran. We're doing extremely well.
President Trump insisting again that Iran wants to make a deal, but he says they're not ready yet, adding they have evil intentions and can't be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. This as Iran keeps attacking Gulf neighbors and commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz, despite U.S. warnings that even more strikes are coming if they don't stop.
President Trump has also indicated a new warning is being issued to the Houthis in Yemen. He says that if Houthi forces attack additional vessels, that both Iran and the Houthis would face major military punishment. The warning comes after 2 Saudi-owned oil tankers were targeted by the Yemeni proxy group.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. The Wall Street Journal reporting the U.S. military is surging more assets to the region, including special forces and medics, to give the president more options. The president's latest comments on Iran coming a short time ago at EPA headquarters, where he announced a pledge from utilities and others not to let development of AI data centers impact consumers' electric bills.
It's hard to believe, but you need double the electricity that we have right now, maybe even more than that, to really fulfill what you want to do. We're leading China by a lot. And using our old grid would not have worked.
He says data centers and big tech companies are paying their own way and that leftover electricity will be put into the grid. Concern about the costs and energy use have been fueling pushback on data centers across the country. In some areas, efforts to block or pause development as well. In Minnesota, the man convicted of killing a state lawmaker and her husband, critically wounding another lawmaker and his wife last year, is sentenced. Vance Belter gets 2 life terms plus 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to avoid the death penalty. America is listening to Fox News.
Get ready for dirt, diesel, and heart-pounding action at the Fayette County Fair. From Thursday, July 30th to Saturday, August 8th, make your way to the Fayette County Fairgrounds for the experience of a lifetime. They're loaded with action-packed events every day for the entire family to enjoy. See the brute force of the USA tractor, truck, stock, and semi-pulls, the Wild Western Rodeo, or the mayhem of Rise Wrestling. Experience adrenaline-packed motocross races, then buckle up for 2 hardcore demolition derbies. Watch the guarded and deadweight tractor pull, rev up your engines for monster truck races featuring freestyle motocross, and see the madness of Mudmania. Mark your calendars now, fire up your summer, and don't miss a single night of the action at the Fayette County Fair. For the full fair schedule and for a list of advanced ticket locations where you could save $5 and get your Fayette County Fair tickets for just $15, visit FayetteFair.com.
Fayette County Fair, incredible fun for everyone.
Judge could have her law license revoked after being convicted of obstructing ICE agents.
The Wisconsin Office of Lawyer Regulation that oversees lawyer conduct wants former Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan's law license suspended after her felony conviction for obstructing federal immigration agents last year. Wisconsin's liberal majority Supreme Court will later decide on the matter, giving Dugan 20 days to respond. Dugan's lawyers also say they plan to appeal her conviction. A federal judge earlier this month sentenced the former judge to no prison or probation, instead imposing a $5,000 fine. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Tropical storm Bertha just making a second landfall near the Texas-Louisiana state line.
Bertha gave a moderate soaking to Louisiana's Gulf Coast and is now headed to do more of the same to southeast Texas, where storm surge could be a couple of feet high. Texas Parks and Wildlife Captain Ryan Hall in Beaumont says they're ready for rescues if necessary.
Fox's Evan Brown, so far few problems reported. Major League Soccer is hoping to cash in on World Cup fever.
Multiple MLS teams are reporting strong ticket sales, thanks in large part to the success of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Seeking to capitalize on the increased fan attention in the sport, the MLS launching the Thanks World We'll Take It From Here ad campaign during the tournament. Several teams have reported higher ticket sales. A Philadelphia Union spokesperson telling Front Office Sports single game tickets increased by more than 200% after the World Cup began. However, television ratings have not seen the same type of increase so far.
Fox's Frank Lanza. An hour to the close on Wall Street. A sell-off continues. The Dow's down 542 points as U.S. oil prices surge back over $92 a barrel. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
The local district and statewide news is being brought to you by the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, with primary care centers in Uniontown, Carmichaels, Connellsville, and Scottdale. It's easy to find care close to home. Visit WVUmedicine.com/Uniontown today to find the primary care center close to you. And now to the news. And good afternoon. It's 3:05. It's sunny and 76 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, your personal injury attorney since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll check sports and weather after the news. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held at the Fayette County Fairgrounds to celebrate the opening of a new $1 million small species barn funded through community and business donations. Among the contributors was 9-year-old 4-H member Harper Diamond, who raised $27,000 for the project by donating the auction proceeds of her pig. The 100 by 150-foot facility will accommodate up to 300 pigs, sheep, and goats, serving local youth and future generations starting at this year's county fair. The Pennsylvania Attorney General's office will hold a public hearing tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Swifty's Lakeview on Route 30 in Hempfield Township to receive comments on the WVU Health System's proposed purchase of Independence Health System, which operates primarily in Westmoreland, Butler, and Clarion counties. The Attorney General's office will also accept written comments submitted by noon on August 3rd. Officials said that they hope to finalize the transfer by October. The hospital system acquisition still faces regulatory approval, including sign-off from Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday. WVU Medicine is seeking to become the second largest health system operating in Western Pennsylvania, behind only the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. State Senator Doug Mastriano is one step closer to becoming the U.S. ambassador to Slovakia. The GOP-led Senate Foreign Relations Committee voted to advance Mastriano's nomination on Wednesday by a 12-10 party line vote. The lawmaker was nominated to the ambassadorship by President Trump back in May. The appointment now goes to the full Senate for approval. U.S. measles cases are hitting the highest number recorded in more than 3 decades. Here's more from Monica Nelson.
According to Johns Hopkins University's measles tracker, there have been over 2,295 recorded measles cases this year, just surpassing 2025's total of 2,289. It marks the highest number of measles infections the country has seen since 1990. The U.S. officially eliminated measles in 2000, but measles transmission has persisted for more than 1 year, bringing the nation's elimination status into question. I'm Monica Nelson.
WMBS time is 3:08. Sports and weather are next.
The music stopped when I started having knee pain.
For gospel singer Andrea Michaud, knee pain was keeping her from doing what she loves. That's when she turned to orthopedic surgeon Jason Kinney, MD, and the team at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital.
I am singing his praises.
Our patients benefit from large health system expertise and community hospital comfort. Learn more at wvumedicine.org/Uniontown.
In sports, off day for the Pirates today. They'll start a 6-game homestand tomorrow night as they'll host the Chicago Cubs at PNC Park. Jared Jones will start for the Bucks, who are 53-50. We'll have the game tomorrow night on WMBS pregame. 6:15, first pitch is 6:40. 3 against the Cubs, then 3 against the Diamondbacks on the homestand for the Pirates. Steelers, they're getting set to report to St. Vincent College in Latrobe for training camp on Tuesday. First practice is coming up Wednesday at 11:20. Again, training camp is free, but you have to have a mobile ticket to attend, and you can get those online. Partly cloudy, 58 for the low tonight. Clouds and sun tomorrow, getting up to 80. Partly cloudy on Saturday. We could see a shower in the afternoon, 81. Partly cloudy on Sunday with an isolated shower storm in the afternoon. High there, also 81. Right now, sunny and 76 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 3:09 on this Thursday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS. The local district and statewide news was brought to you by the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital with primary care centers in Uniontown, Carmichaels, Connellsville, and Scottdale. It's easy to find care close to home. Visit WVUmedicine.com/Uniontown today to find the primary care center close to you.
It's the biggest sale ever at Pat's Bridal Boutique, celebrating 40 years in business. Hundreds of gowns on sale. Select bridals start at $99, and full-price bridals are 20% off. Select bridesmaids gowns only $25, and short summer dresses for special occasions start at $29. Never too early to think about prom. All Pat's prom gowns also on sale, so hurry for best selection. Star Spangled Savings end July 31st. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Pat's Bridal Boutique, West Crawford Avenue in Connellsville.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale at 724-220-5281.
Trade me in!
It's Jessica Karingala and Joe Malika here at Ford of Uniontown. Summer is here, and there's never been a better time to upgrade during the Ford Summer Sales event.
Looking for America's best-selling truck? Right now, drive home a new Ford F-150 with up to $9,000 off MSRP, or choose up to $7,000 off MSRP with low financing rates as low as 3.9 for 60 months or 4.9 for 72, or even 84 months.
Need something versatile for work, weekends, and everything in between? Check out other models such as the Maverick, Bronco Sport, or Explorer, all ready for your next summer adventure.
Our award-winning service department is ready to keep your Ford running all summer long with convenient online service appointments and free pickup and delivery to cover your needs.
Don't wait. These summer savings won't last forever. Your truck knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes tax, title, license, and documentation fees. Financing through Ford Credit, and not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete details.
This is Eric Cushy from Curtis Pharmacy with big news. We are now accepting all Medicare Part D plans, including UPMC and Highmark. Service and care you need from a local provider you trust, including vaccines, compounding, delivery, and our Pack My Meds program. 90-day supplies are available too. Visit us in Claysville, Washington, Carmichaels, and our new location on Arch Street in Connellsville, or visit us on the web at curtispharmacy.com.
Strap. Located at 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, newly remodeled, American-inspired, where Western meets Americana. We have all your red, hot, and blue accessories. American Pride handbags, crossbody bags, and wallets, along with the new Montana West 250-year anniversary American flag braided tote bags. Myra brand is back at Strap in your favorite denim selections. Bags and boots, including the Liberty Star Booty. We have bag charms, bag chains, an abundance of star-spangled jewelry, t-shirts, flip-flops, wild rags, scarves, and twillies. Here's to the red, white, and blue. Woohoo! Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, 724-557-6184. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. Stop, browse, and shop, and let accessories bling.
Dinosaurs have taken over the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium. Take a trip back in time this summer and come face to face with some of the largest and most intriguing animals that ever walked the earth. From Triceratops to Tyrannosaurus Rex, your favorite dinosaurs lurk around every corner. This special exhibit is free with zoo admission. Stomp on by soon. These amazing animatronic creatures will disappear once again on September 7th. Plan your visit today at pittsburghzoo.org.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to hour 2 of the extended short show for What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. I want to thank once again Harper Diamond, Eli Wolf, Lexi Etling, and Jenna Tinke from the Fayette County 4-H Club for joining me the first hour. Looking forward to seeing them in a couple weeks or a week or so, whatever. Whenever when the fair starts next Thursday, let's put it that way. Looking forward to seeing all of them again. Hey, What's on Your Mind brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, and AR Roofing and Remodeling. I don't have a whole heck of a lot on my talking list today, so I'm going to rely on you to fill in the time here. Call in with your topics that you want to discuss. So again, that number 724-438-4593. Tomorrow is the rescheduled White House Correspondents' Dinner being held at the Waldorf Astoria this time in Washington. A little change in the attendees. The First Lady of Melania Trump will not be there. Vice President J.D. Vance will not be there. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio will not be there. So, but President Trump and most of his cabinet will be there for the dinner tomorrow night. So we can chat about that if you wish. Let's see, something else we can chat about. RIMPAC. RIMPAC 2026 is fully underway. And if you're not sure what RIMPAC is, well, it's the Rim of the Pacific. It's the largest international maritime exercise in the world. 30 countries are taking part in naval exercises with the U.S. hosting RIMPAC. It's being based out of Honolulu, Pearl Harbor. In this, 30 nations involved, 30 ships, 5 submarines, 15 national land forces, over 206 aircraft, and 25,000 personnel are involved in these exercises. And if you think it's just kind of pointless and worthless, and well, okay, that's okay, you can think that. But there is some good, if you can. I like to think of it this way. The U.S. Navy, 2 retired boats, 2 decommissioned, the USS Pelelu and the USS Mobile Bay, went on their final mission yesterday. They were used as target practice and sunk in the waters off of Hawaii. And they will eventually turn into a new, coral bed for ocean life. So it's something that's been done before, not just Navy ships. Other ships have been sunk on purpose to create an environment to allow wildlife in the ocean to live and thrive. So that took place yesterday as part of the RIMPAC naval maritime exercise. So it is a neat little thing that takes place every 2 years. So it's other countries, friends of the U.S., get together and they practice and they go through different scenarios. Not just good scenarios, but bad. What happens if in an attack there's major casualties? And they simulate all of that stuff. So it's all in preparation for, well, just about anything. So that's taking place in the Pacific Ocean as we speak. This one, you're going to have to do a little, crystal balling, I guess, if it happened to you. So 2 men from North Dakota, Jeremy Morrison and Kyle Byland, both born on the same date, January 26, 1988. So they're coming up on They're about 38 years old now, if my math is correct on that. It appears they were switched at birth. And Jeremy Morrison was raised by the parents of Kyle Byland. And Kyle Byland was raised by the parents of Jeremy Morrison. They only found out a couple years ago, Kyle Byland was given as a gift at-home DNA kit. So he put it to use, and when the results came back, and nobody in his household matched his DNA. There were no markers that indicated he was part of the Byland family. That, his mom wasn't his mom, his dad wasn't his dad. Genetically speaking, that is. So, a little investigating and found some people, and anyway, it was determined that, Kyle and Jeremy were raised by the other's genetic parents. So they are now both suing the Unity Medical Center in Grafton, North Dakota, for emotional distress caused by negligence and medical malpractice. And they were robbed of the lives they were meant to live. So, excuse me. The Unity Medical Center is saying, well, they've investigated and they have found no evidence of wrongdoing, and that anybody that was involved with the birth of these 2 men 38 years ago, excuse me, I'm sorry, we're coming up on 48 years, I think, yeah. Where was I? Anyway, these 2 men are suing, and the hospital says, and anybody that was involved with that birth are no longer employed there. And so the center is kind of trying to wash this all under the rug. So how would you have reacted? And by the way, the 2 men have talked on the phone. They have not met with each other. How would you respond to finding out that the parents that raised you for 38 years really aren't your parents? that your parents raised somebody else? How would you react? Now, both men have said, it's not going to change anything. The people that raised them are their parents. They've both said that. Mom and dad are still mom and dad. Doesn't matter if our genes don't match. They're the ones that raised me. They're the ones that made me who I am. They're mom and dad. They're my parents. And I commend them for that. I would like to think I would do the same, say the same thing and feel the same way. But you got to wonder now, and I certainly would, what would my life have been like had I been raised by my real parents? And I guess you can kind of get a glimpse of to what your life would have looked like by how the other man was raised and how his life has turned out. But that's not a given. How would you respond if you found out that your parents weren't genetically your parents? 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mark.
I'm fine today. You?
Good. I'm doing good.
Yeah. About this, the two people.
Yeah.
Russ, how far back in time can you go to make things right?
I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess if you want to make things right, I guess you should get on a boat and go back to Europe and give America back to the Native Indians.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that would be right.
Yeah.
I mean, how far back in time can you go?
Mm-hmm.
It's all a question about power. If it wasn't for this, I guess for this DNA testing, they probably would have never found out, huh?
No, it's not to say they wouldn't find out at some point in time for whatever reason, but they could have gone their whole life not knowing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you get, sometimes you get blamed for something in life that, you have nothing to do with. I mean, guys end up in prison for something that they never did. I mean, it happened. But what can you do?
Yeah, well, it brings up this whole, nature versus nature, or nurture. Nature versus nurture type of thing,
Yeah.
Well,
let the 9 wise old men on the United States Supreme Court, the 9 eggheads, decide. That's all I can say. Because I sure couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. Well, it from what I've read, it doesn't say what they're suing for.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're looking for any monetary damages there. I think from what I saw,
everybody's looking for monetary damages, Russ.
What I saw from one interview is they're asking that everybody born in that time period, if they so choose, have a DNA test paid for by the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
With under the idea that, well, if it happened to us, how many other people did this happen to?
Yeah.
Type of thing. And you don't know how it happened. Was there a nurse on duty with less than honorable intentions that I'm going to have some fun here?
That could have happened. Yeah, could have been done on purpose.
Yep.
Something, could have cascading if something went wrong somewhere, and then so this mistake happened. Cascading effects of things when things go wrong.
Yep.
How things.
Yeah.
You
just don't know. Don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So.
Okay, Russ. That's all I got for today.
Okay, Mark. Appreciate the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Bye-bye. 724-438-4593. 993. One thing we can add on to our discussion today, former state rep Tim Mahoney was in the studio with me on Tuesday, and we talked about education here in Fayette County and consolidation. I had brought up I found a rating online of Pennsylvania schools, and I don't have that in front of me anymore, but the best Uniontown school district in Pennsylvania, unless I missed something, because I scanned through it quickly. I will admit that I might have missed. I could have missed. But the first one that I came up with was Uniontown School District, was rated the best school district in Fayette County. Out of 499 school districts in the state of Pennsylvania, Uniontown overall came in at about 365. So, roughly, without sitting down and doing the actual math, roughly 75% of the school districts in Pennsylvania rated better than the best school in Fayette County. And I'm not blaming teachers, and I don't think Tim is blaming teachers either. But it does come down to the school boards. The school boards are the ones that handle the finances. The school boards are the ones that negotiate contracts. The school board are the ones that set property taxes that are used to fund education, in part along with funds from the state, which fluctuates. Where can money be saved and therefore put back into the education for our kids? Every year we go through this dilemma of raising taxes, consolidating schools within the school district, closing schools, cutting programming. And who loses in all of this but our kids? Now, I don't mind paying taxes. Taxes is a necessary evil, if you would, for a civilized society. And civilized society does need to pay for certain things, pay for safety, pay for protection, pay for schools, education. So I said, I don't mind paying tax. I just want to know that my hard-earned money is being spent wisely and to the best of its ability. That's part of what frosts me about what's going on in Washington with all of this fraud that apparently is coming to light, especially when it comes to Medicare fraud. My money is not being spent wisely. I don't think my money's being spent wisely when it comes to education in this county. That's why I think consolidation needs to have a serious look at by the 5 major school districts in this county. Yeah, I know there's a 6th one, Southmoreland County, but it's only a tiny little piece. Most of it's in Westmoreland. So I don't count them into this equation. So I think consolidation needs to be looked at. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. We'll take some more phone calls right after this.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Take the fact.
Need to get to work? Run errands? See a doctor? FACT connects Fayette County. Ride our convenient routes through Uniontown, Connellsville, Brownsville, even to Pittsburgh. Seniors 65 and older ride free on fixed routes. People with disabilities get big savings, and Medicaid recipients can ride to medical appointments at no cost through our shared ride and paratransit services. Find out if you qualify today. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT. Your ride, your independence.
Masontown Matters presents the Party Like It's 1976 dance Saturday evening, July 25th from 6 to 9 at the American Legion, Route 21 in Masontown. Features music by DJ Drew, free dance lessons, food and beverages for sale, and lots of fun. Tickets are $10. Contact the German Masontown Library or email masontownmatters@yahoo.com. 200 years in the making, the Party Like It's 1976 dance, July 25th at the American Legion in Masontown. Advertising funding from the Fayette County America 250 Committee.
It's never too late for good dental health. If you've been putting off seeing a dentist, Dr. Renee Stevens can help. She's accepting new patients at the Connellsville Medical and Dental Office. Dr. Stevens encourages patients to schedule a visit and start on the road to better dental health. Call 724-632-6801. That's 724-632-6801. We accept most insurances, and we provide care regardless of your ability to pay.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, including vegan options. But Little E's is more than pizza, with hearty soups and appetizers, a variety of salads with gluten-free and vegan options, strombolis and calzones, and big 15-inch hoagies. Choose steak, chicken, Italian, spicy ham, veggie, or fish. Open Wednesday and Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in a Little E's El Ultra, 7 West South Street, across from the parking garage.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090 or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle. WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation. Want to hear from you. 724-438-4593. So, the director of the Smithsonian National Museum of American History, Director Anthea Hartig, was on Capitol Hill this week for hearings. And I honestly, I don't know the purpose of the hearings. But apparently, she was questioned concerning a display that's been going on for the past year concerning Benjamin Franklin. And the exhibit is titled "The Electric Dr. Franklin," and there was a display that, quote, pondered whether he had ever done experiments with electrical electric shock on indentured servants or slaves. So pondered. Not saying that he did, not saying that he didn't. Just pondered. A museum, to me, is to tell you history. And history tells facts. You know, this is what happened. Right? And we can argue about, you know, what it did and didn't happen that is or isn't reported in his. We could talk about that at a different time. But in this particular case, they're doing the history of Benjamin Franklin. They're doing basically the biography. They're talking about his life, how he contributed not just to the founding of this country, but through his inventions. You know, he invented the Franklin stove. He invented bifocal reading glasses. He, discovered electricity, if you will. You know, you remember the story that you learned in school. You know, put a key on a kite string during a thunderstorm, a lightning storm, right? But they want you to ponder, well, gee, I wonder if he did electroshock therapy on slaves or indentured servants. Why would you do that? That's no fact. I don't understand the reasoning for adding something like that to a display, to a biography, when there's been absolutely no evidence of that having taken place. Why? Why? I mean, it's one thing to, apparently, I've read on more than one book, magazine, whatever, that Ben Franklin was quite the womanizer. Okay, you can talk about that. You know, was part of his life. That was known. But why would you bring up something that there was absolutely no hint of ever taking place? Not even anecdotal evidence. Not even of a, hey, I heard Ben Franklin did this one time. Not even that. And this is coming from, one of the top museums in the world. It makes no sense to me why one would do this. So your thoughts on that? So we got plenty of time to chat. 724-438-4593. Okay, well, I was hoping that the Pirates would come out of their series with the Yankees as, having taken 2 out of 3. Well, 2 out of 3 was correct, but it was the Yankees that took 2 out of 3 against the Pirates. At least I got one win out of it. It gets a little harder now when they take on the Chicago Cubs this weekend, who have been playing some pretty good baseball themselves. So a tough schedule for the Pirates here the next few games. So wish them luck. Of course, they're off today, but you'll be able to listen to the start of the Cubs and Pirates series tomorrow with pregame at 6:15 and first pitch at 6:40 as the Pirates host the Cubs at PNC Park. We also have training camp for the Steelers opening up, and you know what? For some reason, I'm thinking, is that today or is that tomorrow? That first day? I'm gonna Google here real quick and find out for sure. But so we've got the start of training camp, the 28th. So Tuesday of next week, Steeler training camp opens. So that'll be the start of the 2026 NFL season as far as the Steelers are concerned. So are you looking forward to the start of the NFL season? Or, you know, hey, the Pirates, they're fighting for a playoff spot. You know, things not necessarily in a great position, but they're not in a bad position either. So are you just holding on to the Pirates there before you get involved with Steeler football? So what do you think about the start of training camp? It's like, boy, the year goes fast anymore, doesn't it? So we've got, about 6 weeks of training camp and the start of the season itself in September. It'll be interesting to see what Mike McCarthy does with the quarterback situation, how he handles that, how new Steelers, the rookies, fare, and free agents do in training camp, see what surprises there may be as to who makes the team and who doesn't. So there is all of that to look forward to. So what do you think about the impending Steeler season? So there is that we can chat about as well. There's plenty of summer yet to come. Are you still hoping to get away for a vacation? If you haven't done so yet, do you still want to get away for a vacation? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Or are you just going to do like weekends? You know, maybe take half a day Friday or maybe even a full day Friday, maybe even a full day Monday every now and then. Give yourself a very long weekend to do something. So what's on your agenda? Like I said, plenty of summer remains. So what is your plans? Again, also, we have Steeler training camp starting on the 28th. That's when the players start to report. They'll probably, really start practicing on the 29th. But on the 30th is the start of the Fayette County Fair. So will you be going? Yes, I will be going, not just because I'll be there on WMBS Day, but because I like going to the fair. So yes. I also want to, I'm a little early on this. On Monday had the gentleman from the Italian Heritage Festival in, and they are set up for August 8th and 9th here in Uniontown. And off the air, I mentioned to them, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to make it to the Italian Festival this year because, well, my father-in-law turns 100 on August 9th. So that's a Sunday. Saturday, we've got a bunch of family coming in, and we're going to have a big celebration for his 100th on that. So I've known a couple 100-year-old people in my lifetime, all on my wife's side of the family, believe it or not. How many of you have known 100-year-old person. And I take that back. There is a fourth one that I know, a very good friend of the family. She just celebrated her 103rd birthday on, believe it or not, D-Day, June 6th. So, how many of you have known a 100-year-old person, let alone four, like I have? So we can add that to the conversation as well. So I don't know if you'll see me at the Italian Heritage Festival or not. I hate to say it, but I think celebrating a 100-year-old birthday takes precedence over an Italian festival. But you never know; it may work out that I'll be there. So, all right. What else? Well, and so who's been the oldest? Who was the oldest in your family? And what ripe old age did they make it to? Modern medicine is allowing us to live longer. And, it's because of, just preemptive medicine, right? More, better education as far as staying healthy, eating healthy, that type of thing. So, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you know a 100-year-old person in your families. Hey, I got to take a quick little break, but when we come back, both lines are open, and together, you and I, we're going to close out hour 2 of today's extended short show right after this.
When you want the best in town, go to the best in town. Voted best in Fayette for tires and auto repairs, Tireman's Auto Garage doesn't just fix cars, they keep Fayette moving. From brakes, rotors, and oil changes, to alignments, state inspections, and quality new or used tires, they do it all, and they do it right the first time. Need tires? Tireman's Auto Garage has them. Need repairs? They handle it. Need it done by people you trust? That's Tireman's. Tireman's is also your go-to spot for golf carts and golf cart accessories. Whether you're looking for a full cart or lift kits, wheels and tires, headlight and taillight kits, they have everything you need. Worried about a tight budget? Don't be. With Acima and Snap Leasing, stress-free financing is always available. So when it comes to car repairs, tires, and golf carts, see Kim and Joe at Tireman's Auto Garage at 9 Mill Street in Uniontown. The best in Fayette for tires and auto service.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Looking for the perfect day on the course, or just a great meal with an incredible view? Then head to the South Union Township Municipal Golf Course on Bailey Lane in Uniontown. Open to the public, they feature a beautifully maintained course, a relaxing atmosphere, and the 1908 restaurant and bar. It's the perfect place to unwind with fast, friendly service, fresh ingredients, and refreshing drinks. The 1908 restaurant and bar is now open for lunch, starting at 11 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday, serving up delicious favorites everyone will love. So, whether you're playing 18 holes, meeting up with friends for dinner, or simply taking in the scenery, they have something for everyone. Follow them on Facebook for updates and special events. The South Union Township Municipal Golf Course on Bailey Lane in Uniontown. Great golf, great food, great views. All in one place.
Is it time for your first home or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required. Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 4.5 minutes left in today's show, so plenty of time for you to give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you as we kind of close out. I mean, we're not, you have, I believe you have Kendall tomorrow, right? Kendall and Bill for Hot Topics. What's on your mind, Hot Topics? But, you know, I'm done for the week after this. I'll be back here Monday, though. So we'll start a whole new week of What's on Your Mind come Monday. So looking forward to chatting with you then. But I'd still like to chat with you to now. So give me that phone call, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. So no waiting. Okay. What else is going on here? You know what? I'm not exactly sure. I did mention Pirate Baseball tonight. 6:15 is pregame, 6:40 first pitch. The Pirates host the Chicago Cubs, so a chance for the Pirates to make up some ground in the wild card race. So hopefully all goes well for them on that. We also have, you know, the Best in Fayette is going on right now, so there's still time to, you know, make your nominations and cast a vote. So go on our Facebook page. I think you can find that information out, or on our webpage, either way. So check that out. Okay. Still like to hear, you know, and we can continue with this conversation next week too. You know, it's a big what if. What if? And of course, I'm referring to the 2 men up in North Dakota who were, well, switched at birth. They went home with the wrong parents from the hospital and were raised by the wrong parents. And, you know, both men, they're happy with their lives from all intent and purposes, from what I can tell. And, you know, the people that raised them are still mom and dad. But I'm sure they're still, you know, in the back of their mind now. What if? What if? What would be different in my life if I'd gone home with my real parents? You know, one of the gentlemen, he said, you know, he always had this question, you know, that he always questioned was he adopted because he didn't look like anybody in his family. Didn't look like any, and he always had this question in the back of his mind. And that doesn't say he didn't love the people that raised him any less, but nonetheless, he had this question. And so what if? What if they hadn't been switched at birth? How would their lives been different? Would they have been different? Certainly, they would have had different experiences. You know, I mean, did one family vacation at the ocean and another family did car trips to national parks every year? You know, certainly two different experiences. So what, you know, how would there, and again, we're never going to know. Unless all of a sudden, you know, a crystal ball is created and set down in front of you that allows you to look into a different dimension to see how things would be. We'll never know. We'll never know. And, you know, and then, you know what? Your whole family history changes too. I mean, your immediate doesn't, because that's the people that raised you. You still have that history. But of your ancestors, you know, that changes. So it sounds like everything's going to be fine between, you know, their families and everything, but still. So, all right. Well, hey, that just about does it for today's show. Again, I want to thank Jenna Tinky from the Fayette County 4-H for coming on in, along with some 4-H students. Lexi Etling, Harper Diamond, and Eli Wolf telling us about this year's 4-H programs. More at the county fair. Fox News is next. It is 4 o'clock.
The missiles keep coming. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Iran still attacking U.S. Gulf allies.
Places where there are U.S. bases. Just seconds ago, Kuwait saying it's activated its air defenses. Earlier in the day, parts of Kuwait were hit. They were attacked by drones from Iran.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in Tel Aviv. This despite President Trump's warnings of ramped up U.S. strikes.
They would like to do something, but I say they're not ready yet. They need more of the same.
Earlier today, another war powers resolution aimed at reining in the president's actions in Iran passed the House for a second time, but failed in the Senate.
Think about the people who are deployed right now, standing on that wall with a loaded weapon, who have volunteered to defend our country and our way of life.
Montana Republican Senator and Navy SEAL veteran Tim Sheehy.
When you're fighting for your country, you don't care what party's in office, but you're fighting to defend your country. And you turn on the news and see your elected officials stabbing you in the back, telling you that you're failing.
He calls Iran's current attacks the flailings of a failing empire. But House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries calls Operation Epic Fury an epic failure, also criticizing the newly announced deal in the works for the Saudis to have a civilian nuclear program.
Any responsible president actually would have provided a briefing through his cabinet